So where does the name come from, Capo Pazzo?
So the name itself is a Neapolitan dialect slang of Italian. Capo means boss, and we say che pazzo. Pazzo means you're crazy. So it's the crazy boss.
Crazy
and
boss
I
pizza.
think all 4 partners involved here have a little bit of craziness in them. So it was fitting, and that's what we decided on that.
Hey, what's going on, Sarasota? My name is Brad Hannon.
Trey Martel.
Felipe Colon.
And we've got a great group of guests. We got the Capo Pazzo team here today. If you haven't heard of Capo Pazzo, you're about to learn a lot about them. But I'm sure you did hear about Capo Pazzo because they've been in the news. They've been in, the March Madness Pizza Contest. And we got the whole team. So we got Steven, and my man Eric. What's going on, guys?
What's happening, fellas? Thanks for having us.
So if you guys notice, we couldn't resist to bite in the pizza already. It's absolutely fire. Love this pizza. I've been there several times. I tell everyone to go there. But why another pizza shop in Sarasota? Let's dive right into the pizza. What makes it special? Why is this so good?
What makes it special is, number one, it comes from the heart. I mean, any kind of, in my opinion, any kind of baking, bread making, there's got to be a certain amount of love involved because it's so simple. It's flour, it's water, it's salt, a little bit of yeast, right? So to make that special, you got to show it some love. So that's number one. And number two, I think the great group of guys we have and the team that we have over there, just carrying out the vision. Steve worked in my shop up in Astoria, Queens. So he's experienced, and he brought that experience
True
down
New
here.
Yorkers.
True New Yorkers. Just trying to bring really, really good pizza down here because I think people deserve it.
I love it. And my man Eric, so I met Eric at another pizza joint a while back, and the first time we went into Capo Pazzo, I didn't know Eric was there. And we walk in, and I see Eric, and I'm like, dude, I love this place already. Because this man runs a tight
cool
ship,
vibes,
runs a tight ship, and great vibes.
Yep.
Problem is it's always packed, but that's not really a problem, is it?
It's a good problem to have. I mean, going into this thing, Eric was kind of on the fence if he was going to come over and switch sides. I don't want to say switch sides, but, make a big move. It's a big life decision.
For sure.
And I told my partner, I said, listen, if this guy doesn't come over, it might not work out. So he's a really key component to what we're doing over there. His personality, the way he welcomes guests, his hard work, Steve's the same way, man. These guys are really
and it gives it that true New York feel, too,
absolutely,
when you walk in.
He's loud, he's boisterous. Some people don't like that, but in the pizza business, I mean, we're always screaming. There's no malicious.
We're always screaming.
Yeah, we're always screaming at each other. Not a guest, but it's
no
like, hey,
intent
grab
towards
that
anybody,
pie.
no?
Yeah, it's
That's the
burning.
passion, that's the
it's
love we're
passion,
talking
love
about, yeah.
behind it. So
Authenticity.
that's
Yeah,
absolutely, man.
Cool.
So should we just address the elephant in the room?
Go ahead.
The water?
Yeah.
So everybody talks about water, your Brooklyn water bagels, and the pizza's not the same because the water. Like, how do we make New York pizza in Florida with our water?
So that whole thing is bullshit. All right. That's a bunch of bullshit.
You heard it.
And the people that speak that bullshit don't know much about what they're doing. I see signs down here. We truck our water in from New York and we fly our water down. And I just look at them like, you guys are dinosaurs, man. Yeah. It's very simple. Good filtration system. Strip out all the hard minerals in the water. A reverse osmosis at the tap. And your money. I mean, this pizza that I'm making down here, I'm telling you, on some days it's better than what I'm doing up in New York.
Yeah.
So the whole water thing's a myth. That's why the bagels are bad down here. That's why you can't get good bread down here, pizza, and so on and so forth. So if you understand baking and you understand how the science behind it, it's just a matter of stripping out the minerals and you could.
So was that a process you had to figure out? Were you making it with regular water originally, or what's?
We did some tests. We did some tests with some bottled water. Steve can tell you about the filtration system.
Before, when I moved down here about 3 years ago, Steve came down and we started discussing how we would actually try to get a spot. The hardest thing was getting a spot, but we'll get back to how we got the ingredients, what we did. So we got a rock box, which is a portable pizza oven.
Okay.
And Stevie came down. He brought some New York water as well.
Well, first off, tell them how you guys doubted me. So I said to them, listen, I'm going to make you a pizza in your kitchen on your countertop. The rock box oven, you familiar with it?
Nah.
It's like a portable
it's a tabletop portable oven. It holds one 12-inch pizza, and it's hooked up to propane. So we hooked up a propane tank in my partner's condo on his kitchen table. I made dough. I did my thing with my rise methods, 2-3 days, and it started pumping out pizzas. And we had a bunch of the family over and stuff. And they were like, I can't believe this is this good.
Yeah, so Steve's family.
We did that with bottled water.
My brother-in-law's family, my family, we all went into his house. We actually took the propane tank, set it right on top of the counter, And literally, I think it was
Sounds safe.
Yeah, it was about
Kids go downstairs and play.
the third, fourth pie, and we were like, okay,
He goes, you were right. You can do it down. Because
Yeah.
he said, can you make good pizza down here? I said, watch me.
we were like,
did
let's
it.
go.
And this was what, 3 years ago, 2 years ago?
I would say about a year and a half.
Yeah, we're open for 7 months. It's
Yeah.
probably the year prior, and then we started game planning, trying to look for locations, putting it all together to plan.
What happened was too is it was going as planned, and then there was a standstill where I was calling up realtors nonstop. So then we started discussing, are we going to do a pizza truck?
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
We were going to do a truck first.
We were going to do a truck.
I think you still
and-
should. Park that bitch right out front of my
Yeah.
office.
So what happened was though we kind of got discouraged, and I started seeing my brother-in-law and Steve kind of like, it was a valiant effort. We tried. Let's figure it out. And I was like, no. So I called up literally, I would say about 50 commercial real estate agents. And in Florida, it was booming then. So I wasn't getting any calls back.
Yeah.
And
Still is booming.
Those are crazy times because that was a tail end of COVID.
Everybody was buying down here. Nobody's calling. Finally, I made this one call. Guy called me back, and he said, I got something for you to look at. So I called up Stevie Reno. I said, I think we got something, but I don't know. So we walked in, and I'm looking at this place, and it's right behind a gas station. And I see a dog groomer, a massage parlor.
Tell the truth, man. It was a rub and tug.
It was a-
Shit wasn't a massage
and
parlor.
I'm like,
Was or is?
Yeah.
Still is.
Right
It just
right
needs a
off
sign.
Yeah,
That's
right
where
off
Eric
of-
goes on his breaks, huh?
I'm going to get lunch.
So I saw the parking lot, and I'm like, dope. I saw the outside dining. I'm like, great.
The outside dining is special.
Yeah.
It's-
And it wasn't beat up. It needed a lot of work. So I called up Steven Reno, sent them videos, and now we're back up.
Yeah.
We're charged up.
What was
And
it built out for a pizzeria?
It was a pizzeria. It was.
it was previously.
Yeah,
Oh,
Il
that works.
Canificio.
Okay.
And then it became off the hook seafood.
Then it became off.
Oh, down
but
on
it came in-
Gulfgate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's our
I know
spot,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not the best.
it wasn't the best, but
But
it
some
was.
people would argue, there's a
Yeah.
lot of food spots there,
Yeah.
and you guys clearly are standing above the rest.
It's
for
just it's
pizza.
tucked
Thank
off
you.
the main street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's not
Challenge.
visible, really.
Yeah.
You're flying by. You're driving right by that place.
So we were like, I'm like, guys, and we're like, all right, let's do it. So I got the team back in. At the same time, I was building a house as well. I became friendly with Eric at another pizzeria. So
Same.
yeah.
We
And
won't mention any names.
yeah, we're not mentioning any names, but we had an idea, and I actually approached Eric too about a pizza truck, and I was like, "Come on, bro, what do you?" I know that when I was talking to him,
I'm
he
not
was
working
just-
in a pizza
yeah,
truck
he
with
was,
Eric.
He was just.
He ain't gonna be able to keep any employees.
He was
That's too
smiling.
tight quarters.
He was
Yeah,
kind of
man.
smiling like this
Yeah.
ain't gonna
Earmuffs.
work out. So when I approached him again, I said, "Let's go out to dinner." Anyway, I asked Stevie too. I said, "Listen, I've been in the construction business for 23 years. Let me know what you want it to look like. Give me a picture." Gave me a picture. 5 months.
Crushed it.
Just I did everything. I was in there every single day,
Yeah.
every corner on the floor. I mean, this is mine now. So we're gonna make it work. So I spoke to Eric again. Hey, we got a brick and mortar spot. Let's go out to dinner.
What trade in construction were you in?
I was in the union. I was in the steamfitters union. I was a specialty welder.
Okay.
And it was heavy construction and
Not roofing. Sorry, Trey.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, actually, Morgan said that you were involved in the roofing company, so I came in with some false information.
No, I worked on the roof a lot. I was on the roof a lot, but
Yeah, I mean, we don't have unions down here, so like these
No.
Florida boys, they don't know
No.
what you're talking about when you say steam fitters.
yeah.
Like,
So
I
I
had
was
tons
it
of
was a
friends in
pipe
unions.
fitter.
Yeah, pipe
So we
fitter.
did a lot of AC, ventilation,
Yeah.
heating. But yeah, I was on a roof, sweating my ass off, putting ACs on.
But that's that hard work. I mean, nothing teaches hard work like that, you know. And I can say several times I've been there, 7, 8, 9 p.m. and the building next door where you're building it out. Like you got the location, you got the outdoor, and then you got the other spot.
Yep.
I walk past that because the kids are screaming, so I take the kids out front and walking them around,
Yeah.
and I see people working in there at like 9 p.m. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
Like, these guys don't stop.
we're
Don't
storing
stop.
a lot of material in there, and now it's 8 months, about 7 to 8
Only 8
months.
months, or it's
September 14th, we opened up,
Okay.
and we had,
Yeah,
and it
sure.
was funny. I don't know if you want to backtrack, but we did have the soft opening September 14th, and my wife Melissa.
Invited the whole town.
It was a soft opening, but she invited 250 people.
Right. So the whole time,
y'all weren't ready.
Like I've done this three times before, so I know what to expect. Like,
Right.
There's no such thing as like a soft opening where you invite 200 people. A soft opening is you open
50.
the doors and whoever. No, not even.
Oh,
you open the doors and whoever strolls in, strolls in. Maybe
Okay.
make a small announcement, right?
Right.
So I tell her, but I said announce for a soft opening, and then she goes and invites 200 people. I'm like, yo, you're gonna kill us, dude. The place was packed out. We like ran out of dough, and like halfway through the day, we didn't serve
The AC
pizza.
went down.
The AC,
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
like 90, it was
in there.
94 degrees inside the pizzeria.
Oh my God.
So we learned our lesson there.
Yeah.
Everything that went wrong, what went wrong, the toast, the POS
But we
system.
handled it,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
We
but
I
handled
never
it.
heard. I
We
never
handled it
heard
like a
about
team.
that though. We like that never broke the news, and I don't know how much marketing you guys did, but I didn't see it on social media. I didn't see it in the newspaper. I didn't see it on the news.
Yeah.
I just people kept saying Capo Pazzo, but they wouldn't say pizza. There's Capo Pazzo.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is Capo
like they said,
Pazzo?
though, a soft opening is supposed to be friends and family, so you work out those kinks
Yeah,
in front
yeah.
of people where it's not embarrassing, right?
Right.
When you have
Yeah.
problems, because
Nah,
everybody
get a little
has
excited
problems.
Yeah, we got excited.
Apparently, Melissa has 250.
She had 250
close
people.
family and friends. But
You should tell her
we got through it, man.
congratulations.
Yeah,
She must be
listen,
from
it was
New
all
York,
good.
too.
It was all
Yeah.
good. She was
Yeah.
excited. You know,
Tell her
we're
she's the
a
new
team,
marketing
so-
director.
She
you know?
is.
There you
No,
go.
that's
That's
She does a lot of work.
exactly what she is.
We actually had Joseph Ladapo, the Surgeon General of Florida, there, and he was just soaked in sweat. I mean, I
I felt so bad, man. He was like in his button down on with a tie, and it was 94. I'm like, oh man. this is
Yeah,
bad,
so it was cool. It was a good experience. We had friends who actually had another restaurant. They actually got up from their chairs. They started helping. Remember?
Yeah, so
no shit.
So I don't know if you know the Village Cafe down in Siesta
Yeah,
Key.
yeah.
So it's my wife's uncle, and he came in to eat, and he wound up jumping up, and his two daughters helped and bus tables, and so that kind of got us through
Good
the night.
people.
Yeah, really,
That's
really
awesome.
good people. So thank you, Uncle Tommy.
Thank you, Uncle Tom. True New York fashion.
That's it.
Wait. What about the name? Let's because I just mentioned the name.
I was gonna touch on that when
because
you said
everybody
that, yeah.
said Capo Pazzo. I heard
Yeah.
the name Capo Pazzo, and I was like, it wasn't until somebody said Capo Pazzo Pizza,
Yeah,
or I looked
yeah.
it up and saw pizza, and I'm like, oh, I gotta try this place now. Like Eric knows, I was in there probably once a week at a Sorrows, like
least,
even if it was
yeah.
just for a slice. Yeah, at least just a slice, and that wasn't even a great pizza. You know, it was good. But it was close
It's
to my house. I
serviceable
could
for
take
down here,
I could
yeah.
take my golf cart over there. You know, it was easy.
Gotcha.
But had Capo Pazzo, which is completely across town from me. And I think we've been 3 or 4 times. It's
appreciate
fire.
that,
So
man.
where does the
Thank
name
you.
come from? Capo Pazzo.
So the name itself is a Neapolitan dialect slang of Italian. Capo means boss, and we say che pazzo. Pazzo means you're crazy. So it's the crazy boss.
Crazy
And
boss
I
pizza.
think all 4 partners involved here have a little bit of craziness in them.
Yeah.
So it was fitting, and that's what we decided on that.
it's these
that name.
things that make you Capo
Yeah,
Pazzo.
growing up on 50 grams of sugar and 400 milligrams of caffeine at
espresso
10 years
And
old.
then
could-
4 Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Hey, my trainer might watch this. Don't say it's got sugar in it. This is sugar
No,
free.
it's loaded.
This is just
That's
as sugar free.
45 grams.
This is the sugar free one though.
So what pizza is your best seller, like the fan favorite? Why should we come there to get that pizza?
I think we're eating it.
Probably the upside down Sicilian, which we brought onto the menu a little bit later, but like the Donnie Brasco, that's one of our big sellers. New York classic, can't go wrong with it, and everybody just throws their own toppings on it. You know, you have some people that come in, get a veggie pie, and then you have some people that just come in and just never seen caramelized onions on pizza, and they just want to try it out, and they do.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, that one with the caramelized onions. what is
Frank
that
White,
one? I
the
was
white guy?
Dude.
Yeah.
Sesame
Yep.
seed
Oh
crust.
my gosh.
It's a killer. A lot of people have never really seen stuff like that, so
My
trying
wife will
it.
just be craving just those onions. She'd be like, I want the pizza, but I want those onions. Like,
Yeah.
they're so good.
Before the pod, you were talking about where the upside down pizza originated. You want to elaborate on that?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So, a couple people introduced this probably in the 50s or 60s. I think the first people to do it was a place called L&B Simone Gardens down in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. I think you're pretty
For sure. You guys are all from New York, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay,
I was
so
born
Queens?
born and raised in Queens. So
Same
it's
here.
Queens.
Long Island, Suffolk
So,
County.
all right, I'll give that to you.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I'll give that to you.
Does that
You don't
count?
gotta take a British right there. That's close enough.
Yeah, I'm
So-
from Queens too, so
L&B,
I get it.
L&B Simone Gardens, I think, were the pioneers with that. Cheese on the bottom, sauce on top, a slow cook sauce. So the sauce on this pizza is not the same sauce as a round pie. Round pie, tomatoes go on raw. Cook in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. This is a slow cook sauce first, and then it goes on the pizza already cooked. So it
It'd be like
double
more like a
cooked.
pink sauce. Like,
It just reduces the tomatoes and brings up more sweetness to the tomatoes.
Okay.
So they kind of invented that. And then my neighborhood pizzeria growing up in Middle Village, Queens, was a place called Rose's Pizza. They blew up with the same type of slice, a little bit different than L&B, but those are the two that really stand out in my head.
Yeah.
And when I came down here, I'm like, I want people to try this stuff, man, because I know that doesn't exist down here. You know?
Absolutely.
Roses. I've been there too.
Roses
Have you
Pizza,
really?
Yeah, one of my good friends is from Middle Village. so-
Metropolitan Avenue in
I was
78.
going to say Metropolitan. That
I
sounds
used to
about
leave
right.
my Catholic school, walk up, and they had the old school window you'd open up, and they'd pump slices and
Pizza by
Italian
the
ices
slice.
out of the window. You didn't have to go inside. So the nostalgia behind this slice, it really hits home for me.
Now, a lot of the other pizza places, we touched on it earlier, they complain about the water around here, and
Yeah.
that's kind of an excuse why it doesn't taste the same. Now, for that reason, do you feel like a lot of the other, you come in with low competition and talk about how that helps you guys take off right away?
Well, listen, I think that they say the proof's in the pudding. For me, it's the proof's in the pizza. Okay? You can talk all you want about what you do and how you do it, but when you walk in and you bite into that slice, and what's your recollection of what other pies you've tasted down here? You eat our stuff, and I know for sure it's going to just pop in your mind and be like, that's pizza. And that's what we want. We want that oh shit moment. Like, that's really New York pizza. They've been saying that down here for 20, 30 years. New York style pizza, New York style pizza. This is New York style pizza once and for all. So I think that's.
But I want to intervene.
Yeah.
Me and Eric, we've been working there. We were sitting there for hours, no customers, because we're not on
First couple weeks or
Tamiami,
what?
we're not on Fruitville. Yeah, like
That was probably the first month.
it wasn't like we had great pizza, but who knew we were there?
Yeah.
Some people don't even know that we're there now. So me and Eric, we hit the streets. We hit all the car dealerships up, all the businesses.
Yeah, you got a lot of
around
those
town.
nearby.
We just needed people to come and sit down.
Yeah.
That was it. Like, we knew we had the product, but we're in a spot where nobody knew
And
where
preferably
we
sit
are.
down when it's not 94 degrees.
Yeah. So that was, now, we're doing well as we should, but there was a lot of work before people were waiting 45 minutes for a pizza.
And now look at you guys are packed Friday night,
Yeah,
you're doing
we're-
podcasts, you're going to be on
Sure.
ABC 7 pretty soon.
In 7 short months, 8
Yeah.
short months.
Now,
Let me
I-
make you
sure.
feel better about the early days, though.
Yeah.
Even if you guys were on 41, look at the way we operate around here. People would just be driving by if they don't know you, if they don't plan on stopping there. And God forbid you don't have a good driveway access. So,
Which they don't.
'Cause
Yeah.
I know
We're off the road.
other
And
businesses
the
have
parking
started
is,
like you
they got
guys.
10 parking spaces out front. They got, you got to park across the street. It's crazy. It's
That's
crazy.
just-
There was times where, not that we got nervous, but it was like, hey, we gotta start going. You guys gotta go and head out during the day and knock on door
Yeah,
and
beat the street.
Yeah,
Push the
you
flyers, we put the menus in mailboxes or whatever we could
Sure,
do.
we were getting chased out of like HOA, screaming at us.
Back
all
in,
the time.
said, you can't do that, it's illegal.
Roofers get chased out of HOAs all the time.
Yeah.
Is- would you attribute the success more to obviously the pizza speaks for itself, right? The proof is in the pie, or the proof is in the pizza, whatever. But would you attribute let's say you guys started to get rushes at like 2 months? Was that, you think, more from beating the street, or you think that was more from word of mouth?
A lot of word of mouth. I mean, obviously my wife does a lot of the marketing, so we started doing the Instagram, the
Sarasota
Facebook.
Foodies blew us up.
Oh,
too.
Sarasota
Okay.
food, like the foodie Facebook group.
Yeah.
I was on there every single day, either explaining to people what this was or thanking them. I went through every comment.
Always reach back, yeah.
And reached out. My wife, reached out through Messenger, and we started posting. We were doing tons of as much marketing as we can,
Okay.
and we were working 67 hours a day. I still had time at 10 o'clock at night
Yeah.
to
He's
talk
answered
to
every
somebody.
single
And-
review
yeah.
you've ever gotten. This man has answered, and some of them
A
that were
good
not
comment, a bad
not
comment.
great.
Everything we get back to.
He's on top of
Sarasota
it.
foodie, they're brutal. So you got to know how
for
to
sure.
speak to them. You can't come off as aggressive, and you just gotta.
That's
play
got to be
it
tough
cool.
for you from Queens.
You got to, yeah. And
Especially as a Mets
Stevie
fan.
told me, he said, yeah.
I said to him, "You're gonna want to tip people themselves."
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
But you have. This is
Yeah.
business, and the customer's always right. And then
gotta
he really
eat it.
just
Yeah.
he took to
So,
that, and it's been great.
And now we're here where we're doing very well. We're still marketing the hell out of it, as we should. We have the SRQ magazine that we got second place. Herald Tribunes, we got second place. We got a call from a news station. They want us to cook at their kitchen as well.
Talk about real quick though. That second place is relevant though because of who you got beat out by, right? So that second place holds a little bit more weight than just second place.
I think that we had like a semifinals between Osteria 500, and I would say that it was cool that 2 new spots We're
in it.
able to like battle it out. And I never been there personally, and I wish every pizzeria down here well.
Of course.
I never ate there
They work hard.
either. But it was cool that like two new guys on the street went at each other.
Yeah.
I wish them all the best and success. Eric can probably tell you too. We're not here to, take over and tell people how good we are.
Definitely disrupting though.
We're disrupting, but we want everybody to do well too. There's no bad blood. We're targeting a lot of the Northerners, a lot of people from New York, New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's 80% of our customers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just to add
And
to that.
what's their take? Are they leaving saying that, wow, I finally found an authentic.
It brings them back home.
25 years, 30 years, we haven't had something like this since we left New York,
Yeah.
and it's.
And they're giving us
it's
hugs.
good.
That's
to,
awesome.
honestly, we sit back and we watch people take their first bite, and it's just like
Yeah.
they're shaking their head and they give us a thumbs up.
They're
they're like,
taking
yes,
pictures for Facebook.
That
and
makes
I-
it all
we did
worth it, though,
and I
right?
say
Right.
we worked hard for a reason,
Yeah.
It makes it all worth it. But I mean, just to touch on that pizza contest again, for me, if you're gonna do a pizza contest and you really, really want to, like, there should be different categories. It should be,
that's
it
where
should
I'm
be,
going.
it should be a New York style. Joey, what other place was? Deep dish style, and then a Neapolitan.
Chicago style.
You're right. So have different categories, and then give me a
So
winner.
you're
of that.
comparing pies to pies.
You're right.
As weird
It's
as it is,
kind of.
Dude, there is-
second
I mean-
place wasn't bad because a lot of people came in saying we voted for you. You guys should have won. No way Joey D should have won, and that's why we're here.
Right.
So it's good publicity.
Can you go into like some of the established pizza places around town that you feel are a little overrated?
Oh, you're calling shots.
Nah, you're not
I don't really know any places out here.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest.
good answer, boys. Good answer, boys.
When you touched on it, to address the whole overrated thing,
Yeah.
everybody wants the pizza that they remember. Get off my pizza. Everybody wants the pizza that they remember growing
that
up,
was
that they
serious.
enjoy,
Sure.
right? It brings back all the memories. What we don't realize is we
have
got to
to
slow that
There's one
down
slice left.
all over the country, right?
Right.
And there's different styles, like you said.
It's
Like,
selective. Pizza's selective.
this is some of the stuff I remember, but even simpler than this, the basic slice that you get around the corner where you play video games as a kid. That's
Yeah.
I mean, I
that
can
brings
tell
some
you
back.
It's what you grew up on. That's kind of what you.
But people from St. Louis like St. Louis style, right?
Sure. Right.
Did you know there was a St. Louis style
Never.
pizza? I doubt it, right?
Yeah.
New Haven style, some people
course
think that's
you
the
did.
best, right?
I think New Haven style might be the best, and I'm from New York.
Yeah, I hear a lot of good stuff.
Sally's up in New Haven.
But yeah, it's,
Cannot beat that pizza, man. It's just-
so I think it's about different tastes. So that's why there's room, like you guys said, there's room for lots of pizza down here. And
It's very selective.
Wherever you're
business.
from.
I consider myself a bit of a connoisseur of pizza, but I agree that they're all different. Like for me, Evie's pizza is one of my favorite pizzas, right? And it what is it like? How do I describe Evie's pizza? Is like a fast food, non-authentic pizza,
Right.
like a great pizza. Their ranch is phenomenal, and that's just like
Like
my
a fast
go-to.
food pizza?
Yeah, I mean, it's all fast food, right? But like that just is my kind of basic level, cheese pizza, right?
So
And
you
you
put
got your
ranch
New
on
York
pizza?
style. I do.
Alright.
I do put ranch on pizza occasionally, and you guys have supplied it to me at Capo
Yeah.
Pazzo. Which I was like, hey, do
We
you guys
probably
have
charge you
ranch?
extra
I
for
was
it.
like, do you have ranch? And they're like,
It's
yeah.
like,
I'm like,
it's
that's a
$5 for
shot.
2 ounces.
you charge extra, right? And it's not about the money; it's about the principle,
Yeah.
right?
He was
come
born
on,
east of 75.
Because with that one with the onions on it, that's the one. You
Oh,
get. This
like
one, no
Yeah, I don't
ranch.
know, I can see it.
This
A
one, no
white
ranch.
pie,
That
yes.
one, ranch all day.
Guys, down here, people.
I told you, I
drown
know
in
my shit.
Florida, man.
I don't get it.
It's
but
wild.
each their
But
own,
listen,
you know?
yeah, it is what it is. I'll just charge you $1.
I like a barbecue chicken pizza. That's not normal. Like red onions.
You invite them here
chicken,
for this?
Barbecue.
We have all that
Listen,
stuff
like,
up north.
I'm
by
I'm
the
just
way.
saying, like I'll switch it up.
He
Yeah.
described
A lot of
himself as
places
a
do
pizza
buffalo
connoisseur.
chicken
Right.
bacon
Right.
ranch.
Yeah.
Barbecue stuff like that.
We have that shit in New York, man. We have
Long
chicken
Island,
bacon
we
ranch.
have
You
all
got
that.
all kinds of crazy slices. So
You got
why
Hawaiian
not?
pizza,
Hawaiian.
pineapple
Yo,
and ham.
you can get into the pizza cone business. They were serving those on the golf course
Yeah, I saw
yesterday.
that.
It's a
That's
fucking cone
Yeah,
of
I saw
pizza.
that.
Hey, listen, whatever makes money makes,
But how well
Makes
does
people
this
happy.
family,
How
that's
well
it.
Hey, we're having a blast here on the Party Pod, getting to know Capo Pazzo Pizza and the guys behind it. If you want to get to know them a little bit more, stay tuned for rapid fire questions.
I'm Steve.
I'm Steve.
I'm Eric.
We're all from Capo
Capo
Pazzo
Pazzo
Pizzeria,
Pizzeria.
and this is
Rapid
Rapid
Fire.
Fire.
Get rich or die trying.
Tool anemia.
Life After Death,
G-Unit.
Notorious B.I.G. People putting ranch dressing on their regular slice.
Like a great pizza. Their ranch is phenomenal. Then you got your
ranch
New
on
York
pizza.
stuff. I do.
I second that.
Third.
It depends on what the application is. Like we do with a pineapple puree as the base of the pizza, but I don't want to be biting into hot pieces of fruit, whole pieces of fruit.
100% no.
Absolutely not. Coming from bougie.
And I'm 42 now, man, so it's probably like a 2 or 3.
I would say about a
I'm
6.
at like a 5.
I also like to live dangerously.
Ghostface.
Ghostface killer.
Gross face.
Yo, I roll like a bat out of hell. Evil acapels fly, spitting out of my grip.
Biggie.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, hands down. Sweet Carolina.
Yeah, I'm a second that.
I'm not a singer, by the way.
I heard.
Never even sang karaoke.
Steve's frozen on that one.
Steve Caroline. Cheese.
I'm a purist, man. Just give me that mozzarella cheese, some good tomatoes, and a piece of basil, and I'm good.
Same thing, cheese.
I'm flying home to see my 3 kids and my wife.
Greece.
Spain.
So in New York or in Sarasota, have you guys run across famous people that come into the shop?
I've had Mike Piazza give me a shout out on Instagram at the Met game, but that's about as close as a celebrity I've had.
At the
shop.
Met game.
He's definitely a celebrity.
So
He was
I just did a catering for the Atlanta Braves in the locker room after the game, post game meal, and my boy went down, delivered it, saw Mike Piazza in the hallway, and he gave a shout out to my place.
No
So,
shit.
Yeah. So
That's pretty cool. Have you guys
Yeah, I've seen some famous actors and stars, but not off the top of my head. Adam Sandler popped in back in Long Island a couple of times.
We get a lot of
Spike
scouts.
Lee, a couple of scouts that actually come into
lot of baseball
Sarasota now.
scouts.
I used to work with the Mets. Davey Johnson, I met him, a couple of times. The coach of the Nationals, the Mets World Series, stuff like that. So, seen a few.
That's
Very cool.
So you guys are more than just pizza too. Like we got the heroes here. So what are these? And also honorable mention for the pasta. So
Yeah.
what's up with that?
honorable mention for the pasta. What pasta dish was it? Penne alla vodka, right?
Yeah, I think it was all pastas.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So what you have in your hand, I think, is the
Chicken Caesar.
That's a chicken Caesar, but on a hero. So house-made Caesar dressing, fried chicken cutlets, some lettuce, Parmesan Reggiano cheese. The other one that's down there is the Capo signature. You have sharp provolone cheese. You have hot sopressata, prosciutto cotto, mortadella. You have shaved lettuce, tomato, and then a nice Italian vinaigrette with some hot jardiniere spread on the bread.
Let's go.
That shit's fire.
we get the
We should do all restaurants. We should just only do restaurants.
Guys don't have to eat.
Yeah.
we
It's
get the bread
Tell them to
shipped
bring it
down
on
here
in.
too. From New
Yeah,
York
this
as
bread
well.
comes from
Yeah.
Staten Island, a
Yeah.
bakery in
Yeah.
Staten Island.
Yep, shout out to them, NYN.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So you ship this in daily, weekly?
Weekly.
Ship it in weekly, and it's a par bake, so we finish baking it at the shop. So
Okay.
it's basically fresh baked bread every time you order a sandwich.
Dope.
Can't go wrong.
Definitely brings people from
How
New
much?
York back
What's the breakdown of is it 50% pizza, 50% pasta and heroes? Is it 80%
Nah.
pizza,
Eric will tell you.
90%?
It's about 80% pizza,
Yeah.
20% kitchen. But over the last month, it's been about 70 to 75 to
Okay, so it's
25, 30. So it's
home.
people,
People
are
are
starting
expanding out.
Kitchen's
now.
growing, yes.
People are starting to try the rice bowls, try the wings. They're fantastic as well. Pastas.
Eric's the king of
Heroes.
seeing new people.
Did you
throwing them a
guys
rice
get those
bowl.
chocolate eclairs? Did you keep getting those?
No, so right now we have tiramisu and we have zeppelis and cannolis, and we're gonna work on some.
Those
Other
chocolate.
desserts, of course.
I think it was a chocolate cannoli. Was what it was.
the
You had them in there temporarily. They
Yes,
just gave
yes.
you-
We had the chocolate shell cannolis.
That was fire.
They were there, but you kind of got to keep them going fresh.
Yeah.
So you don't want to order too much of them.
So what's the plan then for expansion? You guys have obviously quickly outgrown your location and or not outgrown, but it's quickly grown and probably looking to expand. What's the vision look like over the next 2-3 years?
Well, we did rent next door, so we have our place, the beer garden, and we did rent next door. We don't want to have people sitting in 120 degrees in the summer. Hopefully, hopefully we'll have a nice little bar. We have the liquor, beer and wine license. We will try to obviously get the liquor license, but we'll build out a bar, build out a dining area for catering. And then we have our ears open in regards to expanding out.
Yeah.
I think all three of us would like to see us go farther and
Than one
expand
location.
out. Yeah. We're already getting X'd. I have people in Lakewood Ranch that are traveling 40
Absolutely.
minutes. I have people in Tampa coming to us. Venice.
Venice, not so bad. But
but people
but
are
Tampa is
traveling
fucking
towards,
crazy.
Yeah, no, we have
That's a long
Tampa.
way.
We had
and-
some people go. They live in Tampa, but they're on vacation, siesta. You know,
Yeah.
they're staying over there by the
So,
bridge.
You know, our ears are open, and call the shot.
Have you had any of your patrons come in and try to invest? Because I know there's a lot of private equity down here, and I could just picture some New Yorker like me coming and saying, "Hey, listen, build one near my house."
What he meant to say was a New Yorker like him with more money.
Yeah,
Correct. That's what I meant.
We have a rubber band stack of business cards, but obviously,
Well, we're in some serious talks with a couple people right now, so
right
stay
now.
tuned.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love
We
it.
don't want to give you the whole deal.
Well, you don't have to, but you gave us enough, right?
They brought the pizza. That was
You gave us fucking pizza and subs, so
Yeah.
heroes.
Sure.
Whatever.
Hero.
Yeah,
Thank you
Heroes,
guys for
heroes,
having us
baby.
as well.
What's the difference between a hero and a sub?
Not
for
a
non-New
damn, not a
Yorker?
damn thing. Just what you call it.
Yeah.
Right.
Just what you grew up
Heroes just
on.
the name.
Got a
So
hoagie.
Grinder, hoagie,
You know,
it's-
grinders,
Heroes are hero
wedges.
for us, and
Is Grinder that app you like?
Grinder's a sandwich in New England.
Oh, I got you.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Brad. Why don't you tell everybody what that is?
You brought it up, Brad.
So let's talk Sarasota. You guys come from New York to Sarasota. You were here 3 years? You said
3 years
so. It's
now,
almost
yep.
going on 4 years. That predates COVID, so you didn't move out of New York because of
after
COVID. Oh, it was after COVID.
It was right after COVID.
Okay,
yeah.
so was that what pushed you out to Florida, or what? Why'd you come to Florida?
It had to have been a perfect storm.
And it was.
Yeah, and it was, but it was the restrictions there, and us being true to ourselves. Me and my wife decided to bring the whole family down. We're not robots. We're real New Yorkers. You're not gonna tell us what to do.
Let's go.
So
Never.
I love that.
Yeah, I lost my career. I did very well, and we made a big decision. My kids were still young, and we literally landed here. We stayed at the Zoda at Longboat Key.
Oh, I love that place, dude.
Yeah.
I love that
And,
place.
We went to our kids' now school, the Classical Academy, and that was
Great school
My
too.
wife broke down and cried once we did the tour, and
She just
yeah.
knew you had to be here.
yeah, great energy. The beaches are dope. The
People
kids,
are just amazing.
Yeah.
People, everybody's
holding
friendly,
the
everybody's
door.
happy.
Thank you. Yeah, it's dope.
It's a
good
good
to
pla-
get
it's a good place to
new
live.
Perspective. It's good to get
Yeah.
a new, like within the last 3 to 5 years moving here.
And
from New York.
95%, and a lot of people, everybody gets mad that we're coming down. We're coming down for the right reasons. Especially
Absolutely.
95% of us are all
Voting
coming
Trump.
down.
Yes, sir.
You're my friend.
Yeah, we're here for the right
We knew that
reasons.
was coming.
We don't get
us.
political on this podcast.
Yeah, but
But vote Trump.
this
Yes,
is
all the way.
yeah.
Brad does not speak for anybody but Brad.
But
My
definitely
political
here for the
advisor
right-
told me.
I got
I'm voting
clients
Trump
of
too.
all stripes and persuasions.
Yeah, I
okay?
got you,
I'm
I
not
got
out
you.
here trying to sabotage my business. There you go.
Yeah, this is a dope spot though. We're totally happy that we landed here and we're serving good.
What about you, Eric? What brought you here from Long Island? You've been here for longer, right? How long?
Yeah, I just wanted to change. Just wanted to do better.
You wanna
as
play some golf?
Yeah, play some golf.
Year round.
Try to play some golf.
Try to, invest into a business like these guys gave me the opportunity to, and
Yeah.
just make it better for my family,
Yeah.
like everybody else is trying to do in the world.
And how long you been here?
2 years.
Okay. Oh, so
Yep,
you
it's 2
haven't?
years
I
in
thought it
March.
was longer. All right. So in 3 years, right? You don't live here, so you're coming down every once in a while. You can answer too, though. What's your favorite spots in Sarasota? Give me your go-tos with the kid, with the family, or a night out with the wife.
Okay. Evie's was a pretty cool spot one night when I had a few drinks, ate.
The one night you
hit
went
the
out the
driving
last 2
range.
years.
Yeah, exactly. The last 6 months has been kind of quiet for me, just working, going home, planning for the next day. But, Siesta Key has one of the beautifulest beaches in the world. Mm-hmm. You know, I enjoy going there. And other than that, Venice Island, that's where I live in Nokomis. So go to Venice Island, hit up Bogies, Daiquiri Deck, and just make a day out of it. You know?
should, you got kids, right?
Yeah, too.
So you take the kids to Shark's Tooth Beach there, or Casperson Beach. Dude, that's a great day.
Yes.
Just
Over
go
there by
sifting
Pops
through the
and all that over there,
sand,
too.
finding some little shark's teeth. That's always good. What about you?
You know, obviously, I'm a big beach guy, but I do Lido Key.
Yep. A little quieter.
Yeah, I take the girls to Hyde Steakhouse. We go to Samurai Sushi. We have a spot about 3 blocks away from us, Gentile's Cheesesteak.
Gentile's
Can't-
cheesesteak. That's
Fantastic.
one I've
Yeah.
never heard of.
They're
Some of the
dope.
best.
You got that?
I've been going there for years. Those guys are straight.
We get it for lunch
South Sarasota.
2 days a week.
It's down by like the furniture store with the black sign.
bro.
Yeah, those guys are the best.
It's fantastic.
Gentiles.
Yeah.
What about you?
There's family run.
When you come down for a few days to visit,
You know
where
what? I really. These guys take me to fast food and cheap.
Jimmy
man.
John's.
They don't take me out when I'm down here.
Hooters,
I get the
Hooters is
PDQs,
close.
Hooters. I get that treatment. But
Who's your favorite Hooters girl?
We didn't get any names.
Cinnamon.
all of them.
Sugar.
Cinnamon.
No, for me the best
I didn't say
breakfast
cheetah.
spot is the Village Cafe, man. I don't know if you guys have been.
Village
I
Cafe.
love the breakfast there, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Top
shout out
notch.
to them.
Shout out,
Absolutely.
shout out Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tommy once again, baby.
We love
Big
Uncle
up.
Tommy.
That Village Cafe is good though. So we talked about Sarasota a little bit. Trey's got a great Sarasota-based question.
Trey, via Terminator Law, wants to know, what are your thoughts on roundabouts? You love them, you hate them?
Well, listen, I'm not from down here, but it's better than a goddamn red light. I'll tell you that much. Because the red lights in New York are like 7 minutes long.
Do they have roundabouts in New York?
I've never seen. No.
Very
Jones
rare, maybe
Beach,
one
Point
shot.
I was
Lookout.
gonna say Jones
Jones Beach,
Yeah,
Point
what I was
Lookout's the
gonna
only
say.
one I can
Yeah.
think of, but yeah, no.
Yeah, it's a very European feel, isn't it?
Absolutely.
100%. I think the red lights here are 10 minutes long. I mean, I can listen. Yeah, I can listen to about 3.
You can listen to one
songs by the
episode of
time it's
Sarasota
over.
SpeaX podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, roundabouts they're cool, man. Just make sure that if you're in the circle, you know, you let the other person.
Yield to
I'm
the
sorry. Yeah, if you're in the circle, they have full control as to where they go.
There you go. All right, good.
Right.
Yep.
Making sure you knew that because
Yeah,
you might be
yeah.
one of the
Once
guys
they're-
fucking it up
no,
for us.
I don't mess around. I don't
Once
mess
you're
around.
in, you're in. You
Once
go.
you get in
Yeah.
that circle, that's
Once
it.
here you go.
That's it.
Here's how you do it. Once you get in that circle,
Then you have the
you
right.
stay on the
right
circle.
way.
Yeah, you
This
stay
guy,
on the
he's gotta
circle.
wait.
Yeah, he's got to wait, and he comes in when he damn well pleases.
Yep. 100%.
And there you got Capo Pazzo.
Yeah.
You can order online.
That's
One
it.
thing I will say though is we've had it we've had it delivery or whatever, takeout, and we've had it in store. If you're watching this, you haven't had Capo Pazzo the first time you have it, go get it hot, fresh, right out of the oven for the whole vibe and the pizza. I mean, the vibe is phenomenal, and by the time this episode comes out, it's in this perfect weather window where in the evenings it's nice and cool. That outside deck would be perfect. So.
Yep. And we actually have a guy last night. He started little live
Yeah, playing
music
some
for
music.
everybody
let's go.
outside. Yeah.
And
Let's
hopefully
go.
in a couple months we'll have next door. And
You gonna keep
have a
running
bar
that
hang
live
out.
music every
Well,
once
you
in a
know, the
while?
gentleman, he's pretty booked. I think he goes to Wisconsin,
Okay.
for the summer. So if anybody has
Ben.
any live music,
Yeah, give
want
us
to
your
stop on in, give us a
recommendations.
call, stop
Call
on
the
in.
shop. We're definitely
for sure.
interested.
I got another Sarasota question while I got you guys. I'm curious, especially since you're so new to the area and you're from basically where I'm from. What have been the biggest surprises with coming down here, and in terms of either the lifestyle or running the business? Has there been anything that's really jumped out at you that you didn't foresee with the area,
No,
or you kind of knew what you're getting into?
we knew where we were. We know where we were getting into. The drive. I would say we're still at New York speed at the shop.
I see that.
Yeah, and sometimes we get a little loud, but we still haven't turned. Our jets are still on 100.
We haven't talked about the
When
employees.
people
How many
wait for-
employees?
man.
How many
Sorry.
employees now?
How many
employees on the
It's
team?
up to about 14 to 15, depending on a couple servers,
Sure. Usually we have 2 servers, 2 counter girls, me, Eric, and the pizza guy, and about 2 guys in the back with a dishwasher. But we're still, we still haven't yet been able to, downshift to third gear.
So how do you get your employees to move at that speed? Because
They're all most of them are
Okay.
from New York. Yeah, like our pizza guy's from New York. We got lucky with our cook. So it's, pizza's obviously our biggest seller. And you got 3 New Yorkers there. Both of our pizza guys are from And why?
Now, I would say that adds to the charm of it. You know, the loud New York back and forth.
Absolutely.
You know, a swear word here and there doesn't hurt
Of course,
either.
and listen, it's nothing, you know, to put on the show. It's just the way we work, you know. And then at the end of the night, we all, you know, give each other a pound and a dap and say have a good night, enjoy the family, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. You know,
Yeah,
it's all
50
love.
times a day, though, where are you from? That's the number.
If it wasn't obvious,
yeah.
right?
How do you
say
ask that
Queens?
question?
We
You know
tell
where I'm
Boston
from.
sometimes.
Yeah, you say Queens or
They're like,
I'm
I
from
knew
the
it.
Bronx.
They're like,
I can tell by the accent.
Where you from? I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
And you know, then you start talking about where you're from, what street are you on? Oh yeah, I remember I was born in New York Press. Oh, so was I, Booth Memorial. It brings people
Bring back memories,
home.
yep.
And that's what's cool. You know, there's nothing fake about us.
We want to make everybody feel comfortable to come on in. You know, kids. You know,
Yeah.
adults. You know, kids with the baseball
Everybody.
jerseys on. We're always talking to them about their games or how'd you do. Have a catch with them in the front if they have a tennis ball in their hand.
Sure.
You know, so we're just
your
having
shorts
some fun.
on, your short sleeve shirt.
Exactly.
Come by.
You know,
I love
just
it.
having a good time. Make everybody feel comfortable.
The best compliment I could give you guys, both about the pizza and about what you're doing, is authenticity.
Absolutely.
You know, and that really speaks. You know, people pay for that. They want that. They're looking for it. And there's more and more New Yorkers coming down here every day, whether everybody likes it or not.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
All right,
I like it.
Hit him with the question, Felipe.
Oh yeah. So our last question usually is, you know, you've come across some probably interesting people in your travels and in doing the business. You see what we do here. Are there people that you think would be a good fit for our podcast who Sarasota needs to hear from?
Mainly in Sarasota.
Or even who are connected to Sarasota, maybe, you know, not necessarily just here.
The people that own the breakfast company over there in
Okay, the
Sarasota.
breakfast company.
They come into our restaurant a lot. Very good people, husband and wife with, you know,
Yeah.
their kids.
Shout out to them.
Very cool people, you know, always showing us love and trying to do it back for them, you know.
Yep.
What about Uncle Tommy? We brought him up twice on this podcast.
Listen,
We got to get Uncle Tommy.
I'll text him when I get out of here. I'm sure
Billy's
he's open to
Cafe's
coming down
been- they've
here.
been there for a long
he's been there a
time.
long time, and he's been doing
Everybody
it really,
knows
really
Billy's
well
Cafe.
for a long time. So, you know,
Yeah, I
we're
would
trying
say
to get him
both
on.
of them.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Also,
Thank
you know, two sisters that I know, they opened up Purify over in Sarasota too. Pretty
Okay.
new company. So I'll definitely give them your card and tell
For
them
sure.
to give you guys a call. It'd be cool for them too to get on the show.
That's like
I
a
love it.
spa. It's like a
Yes, they do like an ice bath and then, you know, the heating.
Well, I can tell you this is the first time we had 4 New Yorkers on the podcast at one time
So-
on the Sarasota
Very
SpeaX
cool. 3.5.
podcast. So
All right, let's go Mets.
Go Mets.
Go
There
Mets.
you go.
Well,
we titled this one New York Speaks.
Yeah.
New York Speaks on Sarasota Speaks.
So how does that divvied up as far? Is it like regional, the people that like the Mets versus the
Yeah,
Yankees?
it's kind of
or
whatever you grew
just-
up on or whatever your
It's just,
family
it's just
likes.
winners and losers, man.
I gotta
So
say,
you're a Yankees guy then?
Absolutely,
No.
Bronx Bombers all the way.
I
All
think
the
they
way.
got the same record close to it, right?
Yeah, well, the Mets have been.
That's NFL, not for long. Trust me.
I got a theory about that though. Mets,
love it.
Mets and Islanders and are usually Long Island.
Mets,
and
Islanders, Jets.
Long Island.
We're big Ranger fans on
Yeah,
this side.
Me too.
I'm a Ranger fan
Big
too.
Ranger fans.
I live on the island,
Mets,
so
Rangers,
yeah.
Jets. But
Yes, that's usually how it goes. And then Manhattan and Bronx is, you know, Yankees.
it's all love. It's a great rivalry. We're used to getting our
Yankees,
face
Patriots,
kicked
or
in
what?
anyway as a Met fan.
Patriots.
So,
What's that?
He's a Mets fan.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the
So
Patriots,
we're used
I
to
know
the beat
about
up.
who they are. I'm a Jets fan for 20 years. I watched the Patriots.
All right, boys. Well, thanks
Hey,
for coming on.
thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for
Thanks
having
for
us,
coming
man.
down.
Pleasure.
Hey, by the way, Steven flew all the way here for this. So
My man Brad, always a pleasure.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you.